Why does this music gotta take forever, D-Lake? This is nonsense.
I said,
Trying to run a show. Welcome, everyone, to TMS Live special hashtag Obola edition. Tyranny is the disease. We're going to be talking about all Ebola news, Ebola, the hashtag Obola contest, all updates on Ebola in the United States. Fun stuff. This might be the best instrumental we've ever used if there wasn't a fucking 10-second delay on it starting. Joined today by D-Lake for Press.
hey, great, Kyle. Thanks for having me on the show. I've been a little sick this week, so my golden radio voice isn't what it normally is. But thankfully, I think it was just the regular flu. I pretty much beat it. I don't think it was Ebola.
Do you have the hiccups?
No, I didn't have any hiccups.
Did you bleed out your asshole?
I had some diarrhea.
Was it bloody?
No.
How are your tear ducts? Are they bleeding?
My eyes were a little red, but I think that was from something else.
All right, that's fine then. I think you're good. I mean, even if you do have Ebola, I mean, you're over in California. I'm in Illinois, talking through the future internet, so I have nothing to worry about. You can't. It's potentially airborne, but not computer-borne. That's not possible.
Not yet.
When that happens, we have something real to worry about. When you can catch a computer virus, it's coming in the future. Don't worry. So today, we just
think about that before you merge with machines, you damn transhumanists.
Seriously, you don't want to get a computer virus. Those things suck. You don't want to be like talking to your aunt and all of a sudden fucking porn pop-ups pop up all over your cybernetic body. That would not be good. It would be embarrassing. They'd be questioning what type of websites you go to. Mm-hmm. So the deadline for the hashtag Obola Infowars contest was yesterday. We always enter these contests like sheep just being herded towards failure. That's what we do. I'm just kidding, obviously. But we always enter these contests because they're a good way to spread a good message, spread the word on different topics. The reporter contest, the Paul Revere contest. They've done a few different poster contests. We always try to enter because, you know, they help you out. You get more clicks when you have Infowars in your title. They get a lot more film and footage that they can use, and you're going out spreading the word because it usually includes you actually having to go out and do something. You can't just armchair quarterback. So,
exactly. That's a great point, Kyle.
So we're always a fan of these. People who talk shit about Infowars, you know, I don't think Infowars is perfect, but I think they do a lot of good in the quote-unquote Infowars. So I have a few articles pulled up. I wanted to go into the reporting that they've been doing over there because that's where a lot of the good information has been getting reported is Infowars.com. Let me pull up my screen share and we can talk about a few of these articles that I got pulled up from. Some of them are very recent, some of them are in the past few days, some of them are a bit older, but I think I pulled a lot of the...
Kyle, I think you froze up there.
Can you see my screen share now?
Okay, yeah, you froze up while you were clicking over to screen share.
Fancy internet.
Here, let me isolate your screen while you're on screen share there with the cameraman. And what are we looking at there, Kyle?
The first article that I got pulled up here is U.S. Army, Ebola goes airborne once temperature drops. Ebola can go airborne but hasn't in West Africa because it's too warm, researchers conclude. I'm not a health expert, but that does kind of make sense to me because think about it. When are like airborne diseases, airborne illnesses like most prevalent? Like you get a cold during winter, right? And the cold is airborne. Same thing with the flu. Those are illnesses that you generally don't get during summer. You get during winter. So read on a little bit. Ebola can be spread by air in cold, dry weather, common to the U.S. but not to West Africa, presenting possible serious threat to the public, according to 2 studies by the U.S. Army scientists. After successfully exposing monkeys to airborne Ebola, which caused a rapidly fatal disease in 4 to 5 days, scientists with the U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Disease That's a long title. What do you do for a living? I work for the U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Disease. Concluded Ebola can spread through the air, but likely hasn't in equatorial Africa because the region is too warm, temperatures rarely dropping below 65 degrees. So medical experts are saying that it can go airborne, and this is what most people are worried about, right? Because as of right now, if somebody has Ebola, like even if you're in the same room with that person, odds are you're not going to get it. Odds are that you're going to be fine, right?
Well,
So
this time of year, reports come out this week that there is a case in New York, and obviously scarier in New York than say here in San Diego, because I'm closer to the equator. It's hotter here. It doesn't really snow that much here, as opposed to New York, Illinois, where you're at, where it gets really cold.
it's cold.
Dry, windy, cold. When I went to Chicago, Kyle, we got snowed in for days, and it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, you guys missed a flight over it.
And just to go back and reiterate, Kyle, see that's something that I was when we had Monarch on the show, I was a little bit confused on at first because you kind of think, oh, when it's hot, it's cooking. You figure over there in Africa where it's spreading, oh, it's super hot over there. So
Definitely. Yeah, you would
maybe
think.
maybe you think at first that heat's what makes it spread, but it dies in the heat as far as airborne and how long it can survive and last.
Yeah, because when you think of heat, you think humidity, you think musty, sweaty,
Yeah,
fucking just grossness. But
gross and just wiping sweat off on the ground or
and
something.
when I think cold, I think like winter. I think a freezer. I think if I want food to stay good for a long time, where do I put it? The freezer, right?
Hmm.
But apparently that's not the case. It makes it easier for it to transmit.
Well, Ebola is just like that food, Kyle. Like it's gonna preserve, it's gonna last, it's gonna survive longer in the cold. Just like if you want to freeze sperm or something, I mean,
Which I do.
yeah, for a later date, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense, and that if it's able to freeze and stay, I guess, good longer in the air, that makes sense. Thinking about it that way, that's how it can become airborne. But you mentioned this guy in New York. Infowars had a really, really confusing title for this article about it. Population 20 million, Ebola confirmed in New York. Patient rode subway, went bowling, took taxi. I read that. It's like, wow, that's a weird headline. But a doctor who arrived in New York City from the Ebola-stricken country of Guinea has tested positive for the Ebola virus. The doctor who arrived in New York City, I already read that. Why would you write it twice? Doctor had 103-degree fever when he checked into a hospital. New York officials are scrambling to identify potentially hundreds of individuals who have come into contact with this guy. And it goes on to say that, he took a taxi, he went bowling with a ton of friends, he went on what's it called, like the subway train. He went all over the place, which just sounds like a normal day. But when you have Ebola, like that becomes very serious. It's like you came in contact with a ton of people. It's like, did he fucking spit on that subway train? Did he like cough all over the glass in the taxi? Like, did he lick his bowling ball and then put it against his friend's face? Like, obviously I'm being silly, but a lot of people have come in contact with this guy either directly or secondarily,
Hey,
and
Kyle,
that's
no,
yeah.
that's funny. I saw just a random Facebook like 10 horrible things that people touch all the time. Gas pumps, like people touch that with their dirty hands all the time, and then you just go pump your gas with your hands. And bowling balls. I mean, how many people stick their greasy nacho cheese Ebola fingers in those bowling ball holes?
Yeah, like you touch a lot of stuff that's disgusting. Like think about a railing like on a subway, like
Yeah,
going
subway
down.
railings. Yeah.
Ooh, like the bathroom on like the train, like anything like that, and it's like you could be like, and I mean I don't know. Again, I'm no doctor, but it's like let's say this guy like took a piss in like a bathroom at the subway terminal, and then somebody else comes in there and they take a big dump, and that water splashes on them, and boom, Ebola through the butt. I mean.
Oh God.
I'm incapable of talking about things seriously, but then like that is like that's scary. Like that's scary. All the different things. And I don't think that the answer is over sterilization. By the way, I think that that's dangerous. Like people who grow up with a Perel bottle in every room, and the mom follows everybody around with a dust buster, and you got the ionic breeze and antibacterial soap everywhere. I think that those kids generally grow up to have a lot of problems with their immune system. They have
Yeah,
issues with they develop allergies that I really do think they otherwise wouldn't. I've seen this happen. I think kids should play around in the dirt. I think you should wash your hands, but give a spritz of hot water after you
yeah,
go to the bathroom. I don't think you need 3 gallons of antibacterial soap. But at the same time, like something like this, it's like, ooh, that's a good case for the opposite. Antibacterial soap everywhere, you know?
yeah. Can actually using the Perel or whatever every day can essentially lower your immunity in a way. Because
See, that's why I try and keep a certain BOC to my body so that it's constantly able to just fight off anything and kill bacteria. And I don't know, can alcohol kill viruses? Yeah, Google that.
um, the sun can.
Can
I
it?
know getting out in the sun and getting vitamin D. Look, I was sick all this week. Like I said, I have flu-like symptoms. I ride public transit, and this is pretty much the first time I've been sick like this. Well, I don't want to over-exaggerate, but I don't get sick all that often. And I started feeling it coming on like on Tuesday, and on Wednesday I was a fucking wreck. I called in sick at work. I was like, hey boss, I'm like, I don't think I should come in today. He's like, oh, you don't think you should come in today? I'm like, yeah, I'm really sick, and I don't want to get anyone else sick. And I essentially self-quarantined myself to stay at home and watch videos and kick back all day. No, I'm just kidding. I was a fucking wreck. I
Well, no, but that's the right thing
slept
to
all day.
do is like kind of self-quarantine, stay home, don't get other people sick, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I thought I
Check
was
this out.
doing
Do you
the
see
right
my
thing.
screen share?
Sure.
Can alcohol kill? Number one Google autofill.
Ebola.
Ebola.
Oh.
So other people, I'm not the only crazy fuck wondering if alcohol could kill Ebola. I want to find out
Are
now.
you talking about in what way? Drinking it?
That's how I take it in. So hopefully, let's see. Can someone once? What is this? Once someone recovers from Ebola, they can no longer what? They can no longer what? This is important because if I like get Ebola and I recover, like what if the next word's alcohol or booze? Sorry, I'm doing like on the spot. Is the virus killed by commercial hand sanitizers? The US CDC advises that waterless alcohol-based hand rub can be used if soap is not available. The World Health Organization advises blah blah blah. Ebola is killed by a range of disinfectant agents including sodium hypochlorite, lipid solvents, phenolic disinfectants, something acid, methyl alcohol, ether, alcohol. We're good. We're fine, do you like? Me and you are gonna be. We're not getting Ebola. Before I jump down the line to like a million other articles that I have and start googling whether booze is gonna save my life, do you have anything that you wanted to talk about with Ebola? Any articles that have gotten your
Well,
attention recently?
I just kind of wanted to wrap up some of my real life experiences that, like I said, riding public transit, I did get sick this week. I banged it out pretty quick, and I think that part of the reason is that riding that public transit is like swimming in natural funky dirty water when you're a kid or running
Swimming in
around
the
and
Hudson, like yeah.
playing in the dirt. Yeah, it's one of those things that like sort of actually does kind of build up my immune system and makes it stronger. I don't do vaccines. I can't remember the last time I had a needle of any kind put into my skin except for maybe like saline IV one time, or it's been a while since I gave blood. Um, I'm AB negative, the rarest of blood types. I mean, for all I know, my blood could be the cure to Ebola. Some news coming
Right.
out of Africa makes it sound like simple salt and sugar solutions are helping them out a lot there.
Really? If anybody needs, if they want a solvent to help against their Ebola, women between the ages of 18 and 30, just come over. I have a liquid salt sugar solvent for you.
It's extra salty.
Extra salt, sweet and salty.
Is it high in protein?
All right.
Um, but getting to the Ebola contest itself, Kyle. Tyranny is the disease. Now, when this contest was launched at Infowars.com, and let me go to my screen share this time. It was launched just like 3 weeks ago. It was one of those fast ones. And at first I was like, well, what happens if they actually do close the borders or excuse me, yeah, or ban the flights coming from West Africa? Like, look, I mean, we're not saying you can't fly from, Texas to Ohio. We're saying if you're in Nigeria or Sierra Leone or one of these highly infected countries, you can't just hop on a plane and fly over here to Texas and pretend that you don't have Ebola when you do, like supposedly Thomas Eric Duncan, and infect Americans. And these other cases are like, how did all these people in contact with Eric Duncan not get infected? The two people that do get infected were the two nurses that were wearing like fully protective gear, but mom and pop in their T-shirts didn't get infected, and the neighbors didn't get infected.
Right? Like, that does like spark something with me. Is like, you're the person who, like, if anyone shouldn't get this virus, it's you, right? Because like, you're the one who's taking precautions. You are aware of the Ebola. Like, you're aware that this man has it. Like, to where his family, like, they're probably sitting around drinking beer. Maybe that has something to do with it. Watching Whose Line Is It Anyways, eating, sharing nachos.
Yeah, passing around
a gum
pipe or something.
Yeah, fucking sharing a piece of gum because it was your last one.
Did you see that, Brad?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I was like, why does that sound so familiar? I just saw that.
But I mean, that's super suspicious. But continue.
Yeah, sure it is, and also when it comes to halting all flights from hot zones now, which was the push behind this contest and the reason that people were, getting involved in the contest, to tell Obama and to tell Congress and to tell the administration that this is something that needs to be done. This is a situation that needs to be handled with care, and protocols and precautions. Now, the Africans, like let's say in Niger or the countries surrounding the infected countries of Sierra Leone and that part of Western Africa on the, I don't know if you call that the Horn part or whatever, but they're saying that shutting down the borders between those countries is part of the way that they were able to keep Ebola out of their country, and so.
So you can fly to Texas, but you can't drive next door.
I'm sorry, say again?
You can fly to Texas from Sierra Leone, but you can't drive to your next door neighbor.
Exactly. Over there, they'll shoot you.
I mean.
And apparently that guy was. There's another weird thing that I heard. I mean, it's hard to.
Did you freeze?
For a finance minister, banking type like Patrick Sawyer, DeConte Sawyer's husband. Like, how is it that all these rich banker guys in Africa are the ones that are getting it?
Yeah, that is a good question. Because, I mean, I feel like they're not in, like, the fucking straw huts and shit. They're in buildings. Because, like, Africa is very, very weird. Like, you imagine that it's just fucking straw huts and mud and random little boys walking all chipper and falling on their faces.
Yeah,
but, like, there's nice parts of Africa. Like, there really are. And, like, these, like, diplomats and doctors and lawyers and bankers and shit, like, they're not staying in the straw huts when they're in Africa. They're in nice buildings with air conditioning, Yeah. So it's like, how are they? Maybe that's why. You just gave me a theory, D. Like, they're staying in these nice buildings with 72-degree fucking or 68-degree air conditioning blowing in their face, drinking ice water and not drinking beer. That has to be a part of it. And the fact that they're staying in the air conditioning where most people in Africa don't have that luxury, it's more likely to be transmitted through the air, and that's how they're getting it. It's air conditioning.
Well, our peer who's not on the show this morning, Sam Ibita, he said on one of his reports this week, and this goes right to what you're saying, is hospitals are pretty chilly places. They keep the hospitals like cold. Maybe that's how
They
the
do.
nurses.
They keep them at like 67, 68 degrees, right? Like hospitals are always cold. They're like movie theaters or Aldi.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe that's why the nurses were more susceptible because the Ebola is surviving longer and has more aerosol or airborne potential in those environments.
I'm keeping my house hot. I'm setting my fucking when this show's over, I'm set. It currently is. I've been having issues with my thermostat. The air conditioning and everything works fucking fine, but for some reason, like the thermostat's all fucky, and I'm just not gonna. I was gonna buy a new one so I could keep my house nice and cool. I'm not going to. It's like 76 degrees in here, and I'm gonna stick it. I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna keep the 76 degrees. I don't want to get Ebola. I'm gonna keep 76 degrees, and I'm gonna drink liquor. That's the way to stop Ebola. I'm Kyle Phillips.
Kyle, can you address this part? And you brought it up in our entry into the hashtag Ebola contest. Authoritarian liberals are claiming that the term hashtag Obola is racist. Kyle, I know you have a lot of thoughts and opinions about that. Can you express those?
Yeah. Well,
It's racist.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that they said that, and I've said this on a previous episode because when you call something racist that isn't racist, you're
Hmm.
taking away from the value of the word. It's literally like the boy who cried wolf. Like if you keep calling everybody racist, like eventually people are just gonna roll their eyes at you. Like if you have a friend who like is I don't know, let's say Hispanic, and every time he comes over he's like, man, the guy at 7-Eleven was racist and blah blah blah, and it's like, all right, there's a racist guy at 7-Eleven. He's like, man, the guy at the bank was racist, blah blah blah. And Adam Carolla has said it before, and I can't agree with him more. He put it best, and I've ever heard it said, is that I'm a white dude, right? As is Adam Carolla, who said this. If I had something like that, like it doesn't mean that there's not racist people out there, but let's say that you're a black guy, like, and you run into somebody who's a dick. It's easy to go, oh, that guy was a dick because he's racist, as opposed to where me as a white guy, if I ran into that same person and he was a dick to me, I just go, that guy's a dick. Because I don't have, like, it's easy to assume that somebody's being a dick for that reason, as opposed to where it's like, no, there's and I'm gonna say this confidently, there's more dicks than racists in the world. Like there's a lot more people who are just straight up dicks, and it doesn't matter if you're Mexican, black, Asian, an alien from Omicron Persei 8, they are just dicks to everybody equally. And it's easy to look at that and go, oh, it's racist, but that's not even what this is. The hashtag Ebola being racist, there's no racism within it. If it was Bush, which would be harder to come up with an analogy, but if it was like hashtag Obushla, which wouldn't have caught on? It definitely would have caught on. But like that wouldn't be racist, would it?
Yeah,
Like it's he is the
yeah.
president, and you can't assume that anybody who dislikes him is racist. Like there's a lot of black dude. I like Alan West. Fucking Alan West seems like a pretty straight up dude, right? Like
The Bush-Bonic plague.
the Bush Bonic play, that'd be pretty good. But it's
I
like
don't
I
know.
like Alan West. I like Jakari Jackson in the news. I think that he's a great dude, a great reporter. I love Denzel Washington movies. Like I have black customers who come into my work all the time and are great people who sit around and talk to me for a half an hour before they go out to work. But I say anything negative about Obama, and it's like you're a racist. Like fuck off. Go cry wolf somewhere else, because I'm not buying it anymore. Like, and Adam Carolla says this as well, that real racists will never say racist things. Like if you like somebody who says something racist, you don't have to worry about. Who you really have to worry about is the person who never says anything racist or anything that's considered derogatory or whatever, because that's the person who the real racist doesn't want people to know that they're racist. Like the real racist is hiding it. The real racist like does it in other more subtle ways, like not hiring black people at their company, you know?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that reminds me of a couple of different things. Like like rappers. who talk about all this gangsterism and gangster shit. I mean, real gangsters don't talk about all their gangster shit. You know what I
No, they
mean?
don't. Real gangsters are the most polite, nice, talkative people on the
Yeah.
planet. Like they really are. Like I used to work in a town that wasn't the best area at a gas station right by the bars and shit, and I saw everybody. It was literally like the percentage of people in that town. It was like I don't know. I'd say it was probably like 60% white, like 39% black, and like 1% like other. But it was very close to 50-50, black and white.
Mhm.
And there were a lot of black dudes and white dudes who would come in and like the ones who try and act gangster and like get up in your face and are really loud. They're the ones you don't have to worry about because they're not going to do shit. It's the ones who are super polite and nice and friendly and talkative that have a fucking gun in their pocket and have killed 7 people. Like,
Those are
but they
whites,
are like if you don't fuck with them, they're the nicest, most polite people in the world. It's really strange.
right? Another thing that it made me think about too is if if George Washington, first president of the United States, if he was black, and every president uh, from Washington to George Bush was black, and then Obama was the first white president, and I'm white, and I'd be like, I gotta vote for the white guy. You know what I mean? Like if the tables were turned, because there's so many blacks that admit that they voted for Barack Obama, especially in 2008, specifically because he was black.
Which, by the way, I don't blame them for that at all. Like you
That's
said,
what
in
I'm
that
saying. That's what I'm
if it
saying. Like,
if
how
it
could
was
I
at
blame them
reverse, yeah,
if the shoe was on the other foot? I probably would have said, "Oh, I'd really like to see if things change if we get someone that looks like me after we've had all these black presidents going back
yeah,
to Black George Washington."
absolutely. Whose name was actually Booker T, but his name obviously would have been.
Right.
But no, like if it was reversed, absolutely, I would have voted for the white president if we had all black presidents before, or if I was a black person when Obama came to the stage. Like honestly, even as a libertarian, there's a good chance I would have voted for him the first time. You
Yeah.
know, like,
Right.
but after, and especially like if you cared so much because people were in the streets, it was like it was a revolutionary moment in our history. Everybody was behind him, and okay, I understand why, but then you need to follow him and continue to watch his policy and understand that what he's doing as the first black president is not good, and then vote for Alan West next time.
Yeah,
Like,
sure. I mean, we said it before on the show. Uh, Neither you or I, to my knowledge, has a problem with a black president. But I mean, it depends. I mean, at first it might just be, yeah, he's black. I vote for him because he's like me, or he's white in my reverse scenario of black presidents up until the first white president. But but in all honesty, that Barack Obama got elected saying trying to be like Martin Luther King when he got elected on the opposite of Martin Luther King's message of judging a person by the content of their character and not the color of their skin.
true. And again, I don't blame people for putting Obama in office the first time, but I do blame them for continuing to let him be in office after his first term. He was a
Right.
bad president. He is a bad president. And people, well, what about Bush? It's like, what the fuck about Bush? Bush has been out of office for 6 years, and I said that he was just as shitty of a president. You know, it's like they're both shitty, both of them. And people like when you say that they don't understand. It's like you're not on one side. It's like no, two shitty presidents. Three. I'll throw Bill Clinton in there. Bill Clinton wasn't as bad, but I mean, I blame him for the recession. I do.
Pretty bad.
NAFTA.
Well, look at it this way. Like in the 2016 presidential elections, one of the questions I would like to ask is, how long do you plan on blaming Obama for your administration? Like, I'll give you the first 2 to 3 months, but after that, you have to fucking cut it out.
You know what? I think it would be very impressive if the next president, no matter who they are, if they didn't mention Bush or Obama once, they just said, this is my administration. It's the same as like how I look at 9/11.
Yeah,
People are like,
yeah, own it, right?
well, own it, exactly. People are like, oh, you think 9/11 was an inside job? It's like, what I think about 9/11 is irrelevant. Let's look at what the situation is because of it, and let's fix that shit. Like, it's irrelevant. It's already done. Stop focusing on the past. Get shit fixed. It's simple as that. I think we've talked about this quite a bit. We've gotten some good Ebola news out. How do you feel about playing our entry into the hashtag Obola Infowars.com contest,
I,
and then we can
I
talk
feel
about
real
it.
good about it, Kyle, and it's just going to take me a second to get that set up. Actually, while I have this open, why don't I? Because we plan to play a few different entries today, so we can get a good look and help promote our fellow Info Warriors on today's show, Kyle. But before we do that, why don't I play the actual Infowars contest entry?
Yeah, that's a
Submission.
good idea. You're smarter than me, D-Lake.
I try.
Well, we've come out with a $7,500 contest.
Uh-oh. Alex Jones, everyone's tuning out.
It's going to be an accelerated contest, only 2 weeks long, then 1 week to judge. Usually I take months. You get a month to do it and a month to judge. We're announcing it today.
Or 6 months. Like the reporter contest, but anyways.
Contest will end in 2 weeks, and we'll have to October 31st. First place, $5,000. Second place, $200. Third place, $500. But everybody wins because you go print off the posters we've made or make your own poster exposing the false politically correct deity Obama, exposing collectivism, exposing the open border, whatever spectrum of that you want. Use our posters, make your posters, send us.
Okay. It's called Fight Ebola. Now, real quick, you'll see in our video that we made some of our own stickers that I designed at Sticker Junkie. Ebola, Infowars, Obama, all flights to hot zones, Tyranny is the disease, help expose it at Infowars.
Some really fancy, some of these guys, all printed by D-Lake for Prez.
Yeah, there you go. Some more Ebola. But let me say this about let me say this about the website. Here, let me go back to the page. I played a little bit of Alex Jones announcing the contest there. Now, if you scroll down, see here's like download the poster. Click here for larger images.
It's the biggest fucking image ever. It's just, is that what you were gonna say?
Wait. Yeah, the full-size image of this poster. Now, I printed it out at about 11.5 inches. Okay.
If you were to print it at full aspect ratio, it'd be like 11 feet tall.
The full aspect ratio is 6 foot by 4 foot. So I'm telling you guys right now, whoever printed this out at 6 feet at full scale wins the contest.
They should.
Whoever 6 by 4 feet wins. Okay. You have to win $5,000 because it's going to cost you that much to print it out at that size. Okay.
Yeah, you're breaking even at that point.
Yeah, you'll break even.
No, yeah, I went to for editing the video, I downloaded the image and I was like putting it into Adobe Premiere, and Adobe Premiere is like, this image is way too fucking big. Those exact words. An error message popped up. It's like, this image is way too fucking big. So I'm like, how big is it? So I put it into Adobe Photoshop, and it pulls it up at full aspect ratio, and it's like all you can see is just like the little corner with the line. It's like, what the fuck? Where'd they even get that high of a resolution picture of Obama? Like, everything else they could have made themselves, but where did they get that big of a picture of Obama?
I was on mute. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Yeah, Kyle, keep going. I gotta set this up.
Yeah, so we're gonna play our entry, and I think we should talk about it honestly. Say what we like about our entry, what we didn't like. They didn't give that much time for this contest, so I mean, between D-Lake printing up the posters and the stickers professionally, sending them next day mail, each of us filming them ourselves, using them in some capacity, and then editing and stuff, we literally got our entry in yesterday. Like, we got it in like 6 hours before the deadline. So there wasn't that much time, which is good, though. It pushes people to go out and get it done. You know, this wasn't a film contest. It was an activism contest, and they're like, I think their point in doing that is like, go out and fucking get it done now. And I think there was a little bit of wanting to get out there and get it done while it's still on people's minds because it's specific to one issue. And there's a lot of good entries out there, which we're going to watch a few of, but we'll check out ours first, which I think is good. I'm happy with it. I'm definitely happy with it.
I'm trying.
But, God, you're ruining the show.
I know.
You're like Ebola on the United States.
I'm like the Ebola. Oh, that sounds pretty fresh.
Some fancy stuff.
Let me go to screen share and crank this bitch because Kyle made a dope song for it.
Thank you. I thought it sucked.
That sucked?
I'm not that. I thought it was kind of lame, but we'll wait till afterwards.
You're very creative, Kyle. I think that's one of your strengths that I really
didn't
like.
have much time.
Yeah, I mean, again, we were under a time crunch. I would have. Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
And for anybody who wants to watch this in higher quality and hit like and subscribe and leave some comments, go to the Media Speaks DOTcom on YouTube and type in or just go on and type in hashtag Obola the Media Speaks. It'll pop up and click it, like it, share it on Twitter. That's important. Share it everywhere.
Exactly. Share, like. And stay tuned if you entered the contest. Oh, we just might be playing your video coming up soon too. Here we go. Here's ours. Yeah.
This is something that we take very seriously, very seriously, very seriously.
So the liberal media is saying that hashtag Obola is racist. Kind of reminds me of a story that my mom used to read me as a little kid. Help! It's the wolf!
It's the wolf!
Hashtag O, as in open border policy. B, being brought here from overseas. O, well that one's easy. L, let him walk on in. A, and let the outbreak begin.
That's such a dope scene right there.
Hashtag O, as in open border policy. B,
There's Sam.
being brought here from overseas. O, well that one's easy. L, let him walk on in. A, and let the outbreak begin.
Tom and others recently returned from the region, and the scenes that they described were just horrific. Given that it has already broken out in ways that we had not seen before. So today I'm announcing a major increase in our response.
Okay, there's Kyle littering.
See, I was a little bit.
With $1, you can't. Throwing $1 is not littering, is it?
See, that's my question. It's kind of like in between because one, it's not defacing currency because those stickers can be easily peeled off without damaging the dollar. But two, is it littering? Because here's the thing: if I throw a cigarette butt out the window, like, yeah, that is littering. But $1, like, who's gonna walk down the street and not fucking pick up $1?
Yeah.
So is that littering?
I mean, here's Kyle. He's got $1 with a sticker attached to it. He just tosses it out the window.
Is that not genius?
You could have caused a car accident, Kyle.
There was nobody else on the road at the time.
No, that's pretty. It's just funny the way he's all nonchalant, like.
O, as in open border policy. B,
This is the one I like. This is the clip I like.
from overseas.
All these stickers, and he's like, yeah, check
well,
it
that
out.
one's
New one.
easy. L, let him walk on in. A, and let the outbreak begin. Ha. I just hope y'all been...
Now, see, that one's a little more, I don't want to say subliminal, but it's like, look at all these stickers that he has on his truck. So if he puts the Ebola on there, you know that it's driving all around town and being seen everywhere.
As in open border policy. B, being brought here from overseas. O, well, that one's easy. L, let him walk on in. A, and let the outbreak begin.
Wait, can you pause for a second? It also...
Take your pollen pills from...
What's that, Kyle?
Here, can you pause really quick? What it also does, and then what it also does is it shows, like, because if you notice in there, there's like Becoming Paul Revere stickers and other Infowars stickers, and it's like kind of like, you know, like when somebody makes like a really good movie, but like they don't win the Oscar or whatever because there was like a movie slightly better, but then like the next year they'll give that person an Oscar for a lesser movie just because they were kind of owed it from the year before. I'm kind of trying to go for that angle, which is like, hey, like, look, it's not like this ain't my first fucking pony show or whatever.
Okay.
All right, you want to play that end part one more time?
Kyle, I'm having a coughing attack. Cover me.
I'm covering you. If you could go back and play that last shameless plug at the end, and then we can go on and play some other people's. So I think I missed that. My internet's shitty. No, I don't have sound.
Oh, well, that was easy. L, let him walk on in. A, and let the outbreak begin. Ha, I just hope y'all been taking your pollen first from InfoWarsHealth.com.
Pulling an Alex Jones over there.
Get the new lung cleanse and the iodine.
InfoWarsHealth.com. All right.
Oxy powder.
It's so horrible. All right, so do you want to play a few of the ones that I sent you on Facebook, and we can talk about them a little bit, and then we'll do that for maybe like 10 minutes, and then do the entertainment section? Just a whole bunch of fun. Ooh, there's my green screen.
Yeah.
There's my guest chair.
Okay, Kyle.
Random pictures.
I have it on you. People don't know what you're saying, what you're talking about.
They don't. Looking at Facebook pictures. Sorry. Delia, you sound like you're going to throw up. Are you okay? Are you sure it's not Ebola?
I need to get some water, dude. Let me set this up real quick. Hold on. Let me just get one started.
Get one started. We'll watch it, and then you can go splash some water on your face.
Thanks.
That's a fucking pro right there. Shows up even when he's throwing up and shit.
Those are cool graphics.
Yeah, I think that's an original poster right there.
What's going wrong? Does this one have sound?
Maybe not.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool poster.
Put it up in a lot of places, this dude. Like, if you look, like, in the video that we're watching, like, he literally probably put up, like, I'd say probably, I don't know if he filmed every single one, but there's at least, like, fucking 30 posters that he put up, which that's badass. Like, that's better than what we did. Like, I'll give him credit. There's posters fucking everywhere. There's a few of them that are, like, definitely in illegal places, but, I mean, hey, what are you going to do? There was one. I don't know. There's another one. But
Yeah.
put some on signs, but I mean, he went around like put them fucking everywhere. But that's badass, and that's an original poster too. We used the Infowars one, but that's a pretty badass poster that he made. Oh, there he printed up like a 4-foot one, almost the full 6-footer. It's like fuck, he put them. Like, I wonder if this is all in one town. Like, if this is all in one town, people are like, what the fuck is going on? Are we about to be invaded by the revolutionary forces? So what was his name? Can you scroll down, and what's that YouTube channel so people who listen to the podcast can check it out?
Yeah. This is by John Anonymous.
John Anonymous. I like that name, and he's got 135 views. Give him a like, D. Like, he earned it.
Yeah, for sure. I like it. And this guy made original poster art, which I think is pretty fancy, with the drones and the police state coming for you.
It almost looks like a communist propaganda poster, like with the red and white behind it.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Tokyo Sun, too. He really put it
that's what it is.
Kamikaze. He really put it up everywhere in pretty good fashion. Yeah, some of them might not have been the most legal spots. A big poster there. Here, listen to the sound, though. Wind. wind, traffic, clips. What this guy needs is an ill soundtrack overlay. He should have contacted the Media Speaks. We could have worked together on this guy. Come on, John Anonymous.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, just from like an editing standpoint, yeah, I would have muted out all of them and put a piece of like YouTube. For anybody listening who wants to edit videos and stuff, YouTube offers a ton of free music under the Creator Studio. They offer a large library. And it's not the best music in the world, but that's what I use for our video, and it's all stuff that you're completely free to use. They give it to you so that you create.
Exactly.
First and foremost, I want the American people to know that our experts here at the CDC and across our government agree that the chances of an Ebola outbreak...
Oh, wait, pause real quick. All right, this one, and this is here. This is from Charlie L on YouTube. You can find it by going Ebola Infowars contest, hashtag Tyrannyisthedisease, hashtag Obola, Infowars.com, Columbus Outbreak. And this one is really, really well edited, but I want to see if you notice the same thing as me, D-Lake. Right in like the first 30 seconds.
Well, where we are dealing with a airborne disease that is much easier to catch and is deadly.
A ton of guys are getting out of a van in a park.
This has created a trial run.
Hey, we started the van team thing.
Yeah, well, they stole that from us, but they can use it. It's okay. So they go to the back of the van. They're letting out balloons that say Obola on them. See, they're spray painting the balloons. Here, pause really quick. Pause.
It's pretty original.
What'd you say?
I think that's original with creepy music.
It is, and the editing in this is amazing, and they do go on. I mean, the video is pretty long, so I mean, people should go watch the entire thing on their actual channel and give them a like and subscribe and everything. But they go around through the video, and they end up doing like a little protest in what looks like a fairly big city. They're holding up signs. They got gas masks on. Really, really cool. One thing that I think is funny, though, is at the beginning, the balloons with the Obola spray painted on them. What's going to happen to those balloons?
What goes up must come down, Kyle.
Yes, and the way that it works, I don't know if people know this, but if you let like a balloon go, it reaches a certain point in the atmosphere where the pressure is so high that it pops, and then like it just falls, just like the remnants of the balloon. So nobody's going to see that. I thought it was cool and original, though, and I think it had more of a theatrical purpose because it's very theatrical, them letting the balloons off.
Yeah, and you don't know where it's going to land, where it's going to pop, or who's going to pick it up, so I think it's really, really symbolic.
It is, and it's like what I would have did.
The virus in itself, I think, man, this is a winner to me.
I think that's a really good video. I do agree. I wish they would have like tied notes or like tied stickers to the balloons, but aside from that, really, really good. And they did go, and like they did like, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like everyone should just bring their videos and ideas to us first before they enter them, so we can give them all these pointers.
Skip in like a solid like minute and a half into this one. And you can see, like, they like, had, like, a full fucking protest. See, yeah, there you go.
The country first.
The music gets creepier.
This is our Infowars hashtag Ebola hashtag.
Oh, what the hell?
Tyrannyisthedisease poster design that would.
You don't like that guy?
This is the same video?
Yeah. I don't know, they made their own poster.
Basically, we have a...
No, it's cool. It's just like, it started out so like David Lynch and then just turned into this like, hey, I'm so-and-so.
Quote, it says, a nation can survive its fools and even its ambitious, but it cannot survive treason from within. All right, so we're getting ready to go down to campus, which is basically...
Stealing more of our ideas, D. Like, they got the van, they go to campus?
No, he said we're going down to campus like these guys are college guys.
Yeah, Anthony Cord handed out constitutions at NIU.
Yeah, I know, but he's making it sound like that's their school.
But in order to prepare, I think we each need to take a shot of super male vitality.
Oh!
Oh, there's the plug.
Everybody get your boners up. Here we go.
Bonus.
Big boners. Oh, 2 shots. Alex Jones only takes
getting
half
crazy.
a shot. What are you guys, crazy?
Alex Jones only takes half the recommended dose. This guy's doubling that
Half the
shit.
recommended dose. You guys obviously need.
You guys feel ready?
Nah, I'm just goofing on him. Okay, these guys were either watching our videos or smart minds just think alike. Kyle, what do you think?
I think this could be a winner for sure. I think that's a good video.
I think they should have stopped at 1.5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Abe
Ours, I
Against-
think, was too short. I think ours was too short. We should have gone double the length. But
Okay.
oh, this is my favorite one, Abraham Lincoln.
Here we go. He jumps out of the plane?
It's the Lincoln Memorial in Washington is what we're looking at.
Ebola-stricken countries. Your number one job as president is to preserve the union and to protect life of the citizens. Mr. President, how many of our soldiers are going to end up here in Arlington Cemetery because you sent them to Ebola-infected Africa?
Disapproving nod from Abe Lincoln. Here's my question, D. Like, all right.
Yeah, looks like this guy's real beard. No, but what he said about the troops coming back. Let me play this again, Kyle. Sorry.
Mr. President, how many of our soldiers are going to end up here in Arlington Cemetery because you sent them to Ebola-infected Africa? Honestly.
Honest Abe.
Honestly. Do you think that he grew a beard for the contest or that he already had one?
Every day, hundreds of Ebola potentially infected individuals are flying into the United States of America from overseas, from 3 primary countries. We're calling on the president to stop this tyranny, stop allowing these flights in. I'm here to tell you that the spirit of 1861 will commence again if you continue to use these biological agents against the people of America.
The spirit of 1861.
Oh, he's getting specific. But do you think that he grew a beard for this video or he already had a beard?
I think he shaved the mustache portion to look more like
I
Abe.
think he had a beard like yours and he shaved it down into an Abe Lincoln. But can you imagine, like, my main thing with this video, and it's a really good video by the way, is the balls. He's not like, if you're walking around putting up hashtag Obola things like we did and Sam did a really good job of, that's one thing. If you're doing it with a gas mask on, it looks weird, but people are going to be like, oh, hashtag Obola, I get it, they're making a point. But if you're walking around filming things in the Capitol dressed like Abraham Lincoln in a fucking hazmat suit, people are going to be like, that takes a lot of fucking balls, right? People are going to be like, what the fuck is that guy doing? Which is very relevant and really cool in the video, but D, like, you know as well as I do that it's something that might seem really cool in the end product feels really dumb when you're doing it, right? Like,
I don't know. I've never been to Washington, D.C., but in my imagination, there's someone dressed up as Abe Lincoln at this memorial every day. So it's
yeah, he probably had to make sure no other Abe Lincolns walk by in the background while he was filming.
Yeah. No, this is like what do you call it when an airplane flies by in an old movie? Like the time.
Yeah, it happened in like the Gladiator movie and a few other ones. Yeah, he should have. And I thought that he should have waited for the plane. But what's the name of this?
No, but
video?
I mean, he's talking about stopping all flights, so he needed the plane.
Wait. What's the video name and what's his YouTube channel so that people can
Abe
see it?
Against Ebola, Obola Cast. I mean, he might have just he has 0 subscribers. Let's subscribe.
Give him one. Give him
Creative.
a like. Why not?
Over 300. He's got 301 plus views. That means
With
he's
0 subs, that's decent.
Huh?
With 0 subs, that's not a bad number.
Oh, we got to pump this guy up.
I like this guy. Fucking Obola cast, Abe
Nice
Lincoln.
video. I missed this vid. Thought I'd seen them all. Good luck in the contest. No, we give him a like. We're talking about you right now.
Abe Lincoln. We should have Abe Lincoln on the podcast next week. We gotta send him a message.
About you, Abe.
Yeah, Right as we're talking about him, yes. Tell him I want him on the podcast. Say, come on the podcast, in quotes, Kyle. To Abe Lincoln.
All right. Well, I'm having trouble typing here, Kyle. Let's continue the show, and wait. Let me make sure that post. We're talking about you,
I'm
Abe,
talking about you, Abe.
and hopefully he'll see that this is happening right now. Let's
All
go
right,
to
let's
the
do
next
one more, and then let's do entertainment.
Okay. Well, this is 49 seconds. This
one's decent though.
They didn't have a time limit on this contest or time specifics.
This one's just straight up. She fucking walks into it looks like a post office or something. There's a community board. She pulls out her fancy fucking Mr. Brady blueprint tube.
Community bulletin board, perfectly legal.
It's perfect. It's only one, but that's enough.
Had the exact size and space conveniently ready.
And her poster's all right. It's not the best one that I've seen, if I'm being honest, but it's good.
It's an original one.
It is. It's original, which we didn't use original posters.
I made some original stickers with the content.
But hey, that's all you need right there. Yeah, you made original stickers. That's right. We used their poster though, the fucking 6-foot one.
Original poster art would have been better. That was only 49 seconds. You had one last link here, Kyle.
All right, do one more. Yeah, we got one less.
Last one. Oh, another short one. 25 seconds. Post office.
Welcome to Expose Tyranny.
Oh, I love this one. Look, all right, one poster, two posters. Giant poster over the two posters. You know what that was? That wasn't the post office. That was the mail slots at his apartment complex.
Kyle, on today's video, I had you. Hold on, it was on you.
Helping to expose tyranny.
One, two. Fuck it. Whole thing.
Fuck it. But you know what that is? It's kind of brilliant because somebody's gonna come in and rip down that poster, and the two posters underneath of it are like a double fuck you. You know?
That was Robert Swindoll, and I just liked the video. It only has 16 views. It deserves more.
It does, and I mean, how many people are gonna go check their mail and see that, and that has an impact. Good for him.
Yeah, post office, smart place to put it. It looked like a public commons place where you could post stuff. It looks like he had it fit to the exact size to cover the whole thing.
He measured that shit out,
Hey, good job to that guy, Abe Lincoln, everyone that entered the Obola contest. You probably heard us talking about it on past couple shows, just getting everybody ready for it. And, everyone has to do their part. Obviously, Infowars has a lot of listeners. Our show today is about pumping up the contest. Just do our part to help get people involved. Isn't that right, Kyle?
Yeah, hell yeah. And I mean, anybody who entered this contest, even if your video sucks, good for you, which I'm not saying anybody's video sucks. But I mean, some of those, the short 50-second one where he put it up by the mailboxes, that's awesome. How many people are gonna see that? That's all it takes is putting it up on the community board or putting it up. Sam fucking went above and beyond. I gotta give him credit. And ours went to the fucking DNC and the RNC. That's all it takes is just do your little part. And if every one of us does our part a little bit, Sam in Ohio, me in Illinois, you in California, Abe Lincoln in Washington, that guy at his apartment complex, that girl at the post office, if we each just do a little tiny part, we're going to get somewhere and we're going to open up some fucking eyes. And that's what matters. If you, your entire life, can only open up one other person's eyes, that's all it takes. That's all it takes is opening up one other person's eyes, opening up their mind, and showing them the problem of this gigantic fucking failure of a government that we have. And the more people we get to realize that, the better. All you have to do, it's like in war, all you got to do is take out one other soldier before you go down, and if you can get two, even better. Not killing people, but, exposing them to reality. All right, you got some entertainment. What is this?
You didn't see the new trailer?
No. What did that say? It said Avengers, but it looked like Transformers.
No, it's Avengers, dude. I don't know. Hold on. Amazing new trailer. You didn't see the new trailer for the Avengers movie?
No, but I want to. I'm gonna watch when it comes out. I'll see it in theaters.
What? Okay, 35 million views already, Kyle, and you haven't fucking seen it?
I'm behind.
I'm gonna show you something beautiful.
Uh-oh.
Everyone screaming for mercy.
Ultron.
You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. You're all puppets, tangled in strings.
That was Bruce Banner. Hulk out.
It's the end. The end of the path I started us on.
Nothing lasts forever.
What?
What is that?
Hulkbuster.
There are no strings on me.
Mega
Who was
boners. Ultron.
Voltron?
Ultron.
Ultron. I was like, Voltron, that's a different thing. What's Ultron?
Ultron is a robot that basically Iron Man's Jarvis system.
Yeah.
Becomes like animated as its own living thing. Like his Iron Man programming comes alive kind of thing. Yeah.
So Jarvis becomes a bad guy?
Something like that essentially, or something that Tony was working on takes over, basically like a Skynet, or like a the computer becomes its own intelligence and has its own motive and mission, and then there's no more strings on him, as you could tell from the Pinocchio soundtrack. Just a reminder that Disney owns Marvel now. But Kyle, there's something that I wanted to talk about this preview, because this week what happened was Marvel made an announcement that the new Avengers trailer was supposed to air on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week, or next week, on Tuesday, but it leaked on the internet. Supposedly, the first thing that leaked was the international trailer, because originally it said coming in April, but it's coming in May, so it's what the hell? And
yeah, didn't they blame it on the bad guy or something like that?
Yeah, they said, "Damn it, Hydra," in a tweet. But
yeah.
But Kyle, remember last week when you said that the fappening and the snapping could be false flags for tighter internet controls and CISPA type crap like that?
Yeah.
This is another one of those things, because ABC and Marvel had a deal that Marvel would air the trailer on their ABC show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. next week. It leaked on the internet. So Marvel just said, "Damn it, Hydra," and then released the high-quality U.S. version, their version, put it on YouTube. Like I said, it had over 35 million views already in just the past, I think, 2-3 days. And, I mean, that movie is going to make a shit ton. It's really dark. That trailer didn't have any of the humor or comedy that we've, or palsy stuff that we got from the first Avengers movie. I'm sure that'll be in there, but this trailer was pretty dark, don't you think?
It looked like the Revenge of the Sith to like Phantom Menace, Like it was much darker.
It had to be darker, right? This kind of looks like the Empire Strikes Back episode, though, the middle version. If this is going to be a trilogy, though, where everything sort of goes dark, all the heroes are sort of like pitted against each other.
That's fucked up that fucking Tony Stark made the bad guy, essentially. That's rough.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's how it's going to go down. And Tony Stark, or Robert Downey, signed to play Tony Stark Iron Man in Captain America 3. So something of that storyline is going to continue. And they're saying that Captain America 3 Iron Man storyline is basically going to be like Tony Stark is going to be working on something with like government and NSA and that kind of thing, and Captain America is like against that stuff because
he's like, fuck that, I'm pure 1950s America.
Yeah, you remember how he was sort of fighting a New World Order in Captain America 2?
Yeah.
In Captain America 3, it's going to be like the New World Order is here, and Tony Stark is like compartmentalized into thinking that he's doing good, but it's really like bad. Yeah, I think that's going to be good too.
Yeah, because I heard the next one's going to be like Captain America versus Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we just saw in that preview, it's like Tony Stark's got the Hulkbuster armor on, and he has to fight the Hulk.
Yeah.
That to me looks like we just got to chill the Hulk out. I mean, we can't have the Hulk rampaging the whole fucking city.
No, yeah, you got to calm that dude down.
I don't
like. What makes me mad is like I fucking know these movies are gonna be so good, but I'm so mad that Disney owns them.
Yeah. And then
like I wish somebody else was making them.
They put their Pinocchio in the sound for the trailer.
Oh yeah, and I mean there's shit all the time. Like, have you watched the show Once Upon a Time?
There's gonna be all these kids in the background wearing like Lion King shirts and shit like that.
That's what they do. Like, have you seen the show Once Upon a Time, where it's like all the people are fairy tale characters and there's a spell put on? You're aware of it, right?
Aware of it, yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend watches it. I've watched quite a bit of it. It's a halfway decent show. It's all right. But like the one kid, like he's always like the one episode he's got a fucking Tron. Are you okay? Did you get electrocuted?
I'm alive.
But it's like Disney's always doing their fucking product placement for their other shit, and that gets annoying.
Yeah, that's fucking how they do it.
That's their thing. I don't know. Fuck it. It's gonna happen. At least they're gonna make it good. They're gonna make Star Wars good. They do a good job. They're just too big.
Dude, Star Wars and the Avengers is just like raking the buku bucks. We own everything.
We own your entertainment. It's fucky. I don't know.
But like I was saying, the fact that it was released early and it involves these giant corporations like Marvel, ABC Corporation, Disney. Because at first Disney, like, what night was it? Wednesday or Thursday? When it was like online. It's like, the trailer has been leaked. It's on the internet. Go to comic book resources right now. And I go there and it's like, Disney's already found out and removed it. But then within 24 hours, Marvel said, oh, okay, it looks like we lost to the internet. So now we just got to release it. But I think that behind the scenes they're going to be like, we need stricter internet controls for our copyright so that it doesn't leak. And so therefore we have to enact CISPA and PIPA and SOPA and all this other crap.
Very possible. Very possible.
That's just the way I thought it fit into your false flag.
Definitely. And if anybody governmental is involved, that's who they would go after with these hacks, is people with money, because there's a trend in this country that what the American people want and what the government does have no correlation whatsoever. The correlation is between what government does and what big fucking interests want. So go after the big interests, and then you'll get what you want. Get them on your side.
Would you have an entertainment, Kyle?
I don't know. I bought a fucking bigger fish tank. I have a
Sweet.
55-gallon fish tank now on my like front window. It's pretty
Are you
dope.
doing that aquaponics thing where you grow plants with the fish or something?
Yeah, a little bit. I got like some mint, some bamboo, and some chives growing on top. I got to build a bigger system because right now it's not that big of a part for like the growing food. It's still from
We
like when I
need a
had
bigger
kids.
boat.
Need a bigger boat. Yeah, but that's my plan is to grow some food on top, and I'd like to do tilapia, but you need a little bit bigger tank to my understanding. I might still do it like if anything happens to these fish because right now I got
Tilapia.
goldfish and Chinese. Yeah, so you can eat it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to ask. I mean, is this for fun? Like, look at the cute fish, or like, I can't wait to eat these fuckers, or what's
A
the?
little bit of both, you know? Why can't
Yeah,
it be both?
there
So
you go.
that's what I've been up to. Working on a fish tank, building shit, and learning Flash. I enrolled in a class. I know, I hate to do it. I hate to enroll in a class to do anything because I think that's dumb, but I've been trying to learn Flash animation. It's too fucking hard.
Oh shit.
So I'm taking a class because I need to learn that shit.
Hey, can I get an entertainment plug-in real quick,
Yes.
Kyle?
Absolutely.
Sure. Here, let me. Since you're talking about Flash, let me go to my screen share. You guys like all these stickers? You like these? You like these awesome Infowars stickers that I designed myself? Kind of the light metal background, kind of glowing blue. Pretty proficient in Illustrator.
Got the brushed metal ones here too.
Yeah, brushed metal, pretty fresh, right? You can make your own stickers at stickerjunkie.com. Everybody go to stickerjunkie.com. In fact, I believe I still have a promo code Infowars set. If you use the promo code Infowars, you'll save $10 off your order. You can
Hell yeah.
upload your custom artwork that I will make into awesome stickers for you, or you can go to the sticker generator, which is all in Flash, created and made by D-Lake for Prez. Looks like we have the page shrunk down here.
And it actually, I've played around with it. It works really well.
Watch
Pretty
this.
simple.
Hashtag Obola.
Boom.
Let's pick a cool font for this. Something Infowars-ish. How about Fighter Pilot? So yeah, you can get in here and goof off for a while. Make your own tagline, Infowars.com. Okay. Yeah, blow that up. Infowars. You can just
Close
come back in
enough.
here, put the R, turn it red, move this up, move this down. Yeah, there we go. Now it's looking good.
The perfect sticker. And
Order
Matt Winkle's
now.
used this, hasn't he?
Yep, I'll get 50 of those. I'll get 100 of those for $50 because we added some color and did some stuff. Then did the monkey give you a code? Infowars. Update.
Boom. $40.
Save $10. Boom. There you go. Everyone go to stickerjunkie.com right now. Make your stickers. I wish I would have showed you guys this before the contest. Could have helped out. Could have helped you.
Hell yeah. Get some badass stickers.
Yeah. Also, we
Get
could
a
have helped.
4-by-4-foot Obama poster made as a sticker.
Go back to the beginning of the show, or go back to when we were watching other people's videos. All the ways that we could have helped you guys make better videos. You know what? We should start a company that every time Infowars has a contest, we have like a pre-judging, like make sure you followed all the rules. Like we're sort of like a, what would you call that? Consultants? Like a
Yeah,
filter.
InfowarsContestConsultants.com. That'll be our website.
Oh man.
The ICC. We'll call ourselves the ICC. Like, oh, you're entering the whatever Infowars contest. Did you hit up the ICC? Make sure that you're actually in the running.
Yeah, we better get on that right away.
And then, like, our credentials is like we've almost won a ton of contests. That's.
What makes you guys so smart? We've almost won. We've been in the top. Sam was in the top running with Send Bob Costas a Spoon. Kyle was top 10 in reporter contest, mentioned on Infowars by Rob Dew. I mean, that's going to be on our resume right there.
Yeah. Have you ever won an Infowars contest? Like, well,
It's not about winning. It's about participating. Okay.
we're getting you into the top 10. We can't. I mean, if we help, we can't help everybody win. Otherwise, we'd only have one client. You know.
We've interviewed winners from the Stop Dictator Obama contest. We had the winners on our show to interview. We've interviewed Steve Grant, whose video didn't win the contest, but was in the Paul Revere. But we met. Yeah, and we've met a bunch of great people. We've interviewed Melissa Melton, Aaron Dykes. I mean, who else do you want to name? Kyle, who else have we interviewed?
What was that dude with? He had a little bit of a lisp, and he was in like a garage. What was his name?
Oh, Brian Jackson.
Brian Jackson. Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, Brian Jackson's awesome. I love Brian Jackson. And,
what's her name?
Shout out to him.
The girl who does all like the visual. Courtney Driver.
Yeah. I mean, we've had Tyrell Ventura on the show. I mean, so I'll invent you and off. I mean, come on. Yeah.
No big deal.
No big deal.
ICC.
Just saying, we're semi-qualified. I mean.
Yeah.
Rob Dew sends Kyle supportive emails telling him, good stuff. I mean.
Don't tell people that.
Well, Rob Dew sent me emails. I mean, the reason that I could help be a consultant is because Rob Dew consulted me on some of my first entries. So it's like we have entry experience. We know what the judges look for. We know what the contest rules mean because there's some people in a few videos that I saw, it's like every contest since the reporter contest, there's been people making videos that don't follow
for the reporter contest.
But it seems like they're still making reporter contest videos.
Yeah, every contest, and there were a few for this one that I've even seen, which I won't name names, but there's a few where it's like, hey, buddy, the reporter contest was like 4 years ago. Like they're just entering that contest over and over again, but
yeah,
we'll help you out. Go to InfowarsContestConsultants.com. One consultation, make your video and stuff, send it in for the first consultation. That's $25, $24.99. Use the promo code InfowarsContest to save $10. And then if you redo the video and you want a second consultation to make sure that you really got it down, the second consultation is only $15. Does that sound fair?
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that's how you're going to do it.
I mean, ideally, the more people we have submitting their contest entries to us first for consultation, the cheaper it'll be. So
yeah,
we really need to get more people involved so that we can lower the prices.
Yeah, we can lower the prices once more people start coming to us. That's fair,
It's supply and demand. You got to understand that if you want it first, it's going to be like the Beta Max. It's going to be more expensive for you to get a laser disc if you're the first person to get it. You don't know if it's going to, have the longevity of Blu-ray, but we're like the Blu-ray of Infowars contest consulting.
Yeah, you remember when a Blu-ray player was like $1,000? Now you can
that's what I'm saying. It starts at $1,000, but the price will come down the more that people get it.
And we can't guarantee that you'll win. Only you can do that. We'll just tell you what you need to get there, or at least to get in the top 10.
That'll be in the small print. We can't guarantee you will win.
No, we can't do that. So that's the new website.
But we can guarantee you a fucking hell of a good showing, and we can probably with 80% accuracy guarantee you a link on Infowars.com because we've had that plenty. Well, maybe we have one contest, but we have been linked on Infowars.com multiple times.
Multiple linking on Infowars.com. Been mentioned. D-Lake was on Alex Jones's home computer once, so
that's on the resume as well.
Not sure what was going on there. Luckily, you know what would have made that even better if it was
Dave Mustaine of Megadeth was hanging out at Alex's house that weekend. I know that, and I think that they were sitting around watching me together, which really made me feel good.
Smoking weed.
Like, yeah,
this D-Lake for Prez guy is pretty cool.
Alex Jones, has anyone ever told you that you look like Vladimir Putin?
All right, how about go and give some plugs and we'll get out of here.
Do some plugs. I gotta look this up real quick.
check us out at the Media Speaks. I almost second guessed myself on my own fucking website. Check us out at the Media
Check us
Speaks.
out at Infowars.
The media. I don't. The truth. Resist. No. Check us out at themediaspeaks.com. The Media Speaks DOT.com on YouTube. David Lake on YouTube. The Media is here. Correct views. Constant injustice. At the Media Speaks on Twitter. The Media Speaks on Facebook. Facebook.com/The Media Speaks. All those things. Just go on the internet. Go on anything where there's like a little microphone and you can click it and it says like talk now, and then yell at it, the media speaks. And if we don't pop up, you're doing it wrong. Holy crap, he does look like Vladimir Putin. He took the hair and put it on him.
Dave Mustaine is Vladimir Putin.
He does look a lot like Vladimir Putin.
Oh,
That's
so funny.
Vladimir Putin, put your shirt on.
Yeah, right. All right, Kyle, wrap us up and let's get out of here.
I just did, okay? Are you even listening? Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I don't know about you.
Sam, did you say Sam with the correct views?
Correct views, constant justice, the media speaks, everything. Just type in the media speaks on your computer and...
Did you say the Arcadia Grill and the Seacrest Motel and the...
Seacrest Motel in...
Yeah.
Canton, Ohio. Just go look for Sam in Canton, Ohio.
Everyone check out The Media Speaks. Just do it.
Do it, idiot.
And the ICC and .com.
And Cara Bruta. Follow at Cara Bruta on Twitter. That's my fake Twitter.
And everyone check out and like all those videos that we played of Infowars, Ebola, Tyranny is the Disease contest entries that we played today.
Hell yeah.
And go look for all the ones that we didn't play too, because there might be even better ones out there.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there. I mean, not as good as ours, but...
Well, there you have it, man. They really stoke a lot of creativity, and that's a great thing. Let's all do our best to fight tyranny and halt all the flights from Ebola hot zones now, today. Too late for Prez, Kyle Phillips, another great show.